We are live. We are live. We are live. It's going the wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna do it that way so that the board can be seen. Vaguely. Okay. All right, so today, like I said, we're traveling back to around fourth grade, fifth grade. We're gonna talk about what a direct object is. Aren't you so excited? And the reason why we're gonna do this is because we're gonna learn how to do them in Spanish, but I have a feeling that since it's been so long that you've probably heard the word direct object, that it might do us some good to review what that means in English before we move on to Spanish. Am I correct? Perhaps? Okay, great. Love it. So let me write a sentences up here. Let's say, you know how I like to use TJ's name in sentences because it's short. We don't see TJ. Okay, so let's go ahead and label the parts of the sentence. We know that we is the subject, right? Do not see, we're just going to call that all the verb. Okay, and then TJ is the direct object because that is what is or is not receiving the action. Okay, so let's pretend like don't wasn't in there because I just made that more complicated by putting don't. Let's say we see TJ. So what are we seeing or whom are we seeing? Thank you, TJ. Okay, so that receives the action of the verb, and that's called a direct object, something that's directly seeing or receiving the action of the verb. Let's say I help my mom. Okay, what is the subject of the sentence? Who is doing the action? I. What am I doing? Helping. And what is being helped or who is being helped? My mom. Okay, so we can just lump it together and call that whole thing the direct object. Okay, it's receiving the action, right? Is that making sense? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. Let's do one more. I eat pizza. What is the subject of the sentence? I. Great. What am I doing? I'm eating. And what am I eating? The pizza. And so that is the direct object. Direct object, direct object, direct object. Okay. Now, also, while we still have this in English, we can replace each one of these direct objects with a pronoun. Okay? Let's go over what our English pronouns are. We've got, well, I want you all to tell me, what are some of our English pronouns? Great. Now, let's say he, she, I, you. Okay? These are all subject pronouns. And direct object doesn't use these. These are going to be replaced with him, right? Her, me, you, stays the same. And there's another one. We've got we, and what about it? Is it a pronoun? Right, I'm so glad. Okay, so which one of these pronouns that I wrote down at the bottom, okay, are we going to use to replace TJ? We see, pay attention, we see what? Him, her, me, or you. This is not tricky, right? We see what? Thank you. Are y'all lost or are you just bored?
To be fair, teacher said.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear them. Great. Okay, what about this one? What would replace my mom? Who else knows that answer? Which one of these? Thank you. Okay, which one of these pronouns down here would replace pizza? I eat it. Great, love that. I know, to be fair, I marked out it. Okay. Okay, so those are direct objects. Those are direct objects. Let me say a few sentences and see if I can get you all to practice. Actually, you know what we should do? We should use Kahoot to practice this. to get you all a little more peppy, right? You agree? Yes, good. So glad. Yes. Katie?
I love Vivian. Here. No, here.
Yeah, use Vivian's. Okay, let's do find direct objects. Direct objects. Direct objects. Okay. Hold on, it'll show you. Okay.
Where'd it go?
No. Vivian says no.
No, sorry.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm sorry. Why does mine look like?
Alexis,
Why am I
you
a
look
frog?
like Albert Einstein.
That's what I was. But why? Why do I look? Hold on.
You look good.
Oh, you
I
can
know I
change
can
it.
change it.
Thank you.
Never mind. All these look creepy. What is that? I guess I look like that thing. They kept the hair. They kept the hair.
All right, I'm gonna turn this around so that, not that.
Where's mine?
Okay, let's see.
Sorry. It's being.
Yeah, Vivian.
That looks like a I'm not sorry. Actually, never mind.
Are you not sorry? How are you not sorry? Why are you not sorry? Here. Okay. Is that everybody?
I'm getting there.
Girl.
Why is George Washington dead?
Why is George Washington dead?
You couldn't use something better.
I didn't.
You find a generic white male.
Vivian, do you need help?
Actually, that's so easy to find.
Hold on. Actually, let me just.
Yeah, look at that hat. I'm just moving it.
I know I look. How am I supposed to scan that when I'm like far away?
You look like a person.
Stop.
Your nails are cute.
Thanks. I kind of like.
Yo, he was a germaphobe. So
Because
it's
I'm so
funny
off.
how
That's crazy.
it's not funny that he did.
Okay,
My little
focus.
gems fell off.
It's that,
She's no fun.
it's all the-
We have 2 watchers right now who are joining us for a game of Kahoot.
Really?
Really?
I mean, they're not joining us, but they're watching. Okay, KT. All right, are you guys ready?
Viking.
Okay, so let's find the direct objects in these sentences. Are you ready?
No, not at all.
All
You
right,
just picked the best one.
find the direct object. Stacy is jumping up. Waiting for one answer. Okay, the correct answer is up, okay? Because Stacy, you can do it by process of elimination, honestly. Stacy is the subject, is jumping is the verb. The only thing left is up, okay? That is what is receiving the action is up. I know that's kind of like nebulous to think about, but
I'm more proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you,
Thinking I
Alexis.
got wrong.
Good job. Okay, Fred will fix the car. This one should be a little easier.
I didn't even read the question, so I was really hoping it was
Okay,
right.
so car is the answer because what is receiving the action of being fixed? The car is receiving the action. So let's look at this leaderboard and see where we're going. Good job. It's fine, it's fine. We still have time. Okay, last week I turned in all my homework. What is receiving the action here? Think about what's the subject? What's the verb? And what is being done by the verb? Or what is receiving the action of the verb? Yay, everybody got it right. The homework is what's being turned in. Alexis is on a streak. Their hired man saw it. Think, what's the subject? What's the verb? And what's receiving the action of the verb? It. Okay, so what does the hired man see? He saw it.
Pennywise?
Please say it.
Right? Hired, I think maybe some people got confused because you thought hired was the verb. It's not. That's not what's being done. What's being done is the man is seeing something. What is he seeing? He is seeing it. Okay, the movie scared us. What is the direct object? Okay.
Aw,
What-
that's my streak.
What is the subject in this sentence? Movie, right? The movie is doing the action. What is the movie doing? It is scaring. Who is it scaring? Us. Us is the direct object. Movie is the subject. Scaring is the verb. Us is the direct object. The movie is not getting scared, okay? So that's why that cannot be the direct object. Think about what is being scared. What is being verbed?
I'm sad. I lost my streak.
Oh, Katie.
Why you always winning against me? Get up.
Our parents warned him to be safe. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Warned is the verb, okay? So what or whom is being warned will be the direct object. Great, him. So if you ask that question of what or whom is being verbed,
I really hope Katie gets
then that will get you the direct object.
so I can get my.
All right, oh, TJ's moving on up.
Now I'm even more sad.
To get into the show, we paid money. What is being done here? And then what is receiving that action? Or what is... Okay. So we are paying money. Okay? We are paying money. Money is the direct object here. This is a clause right here to get into the show.
I have 0.
So it can't be in that.
Yes, I can.
All right, stay the same. Can you help me? I want you to pause for a second and turn this into a statement. You can help me. And that will tell you what your direct object is. You can help me.
Well, what I thought was confusing, the answer said that I thought it was.
There you go. Okay, it's me. Because when we turned it into a statement, you can help me. Who is being helped? Me. That's the direct object.
That's the only object up there.
All right, Austin moving up. And Haley, yes, get it. I will never forget that moose on the loose.
What?
I will never forget that moose on the loose. Think, what's your subject? What's your verb? And what's receiving that action of the verb? Okay. It's the verb was forgetting. So what are you not forgetting? You're not forgetting that moose.
Gosh, you missed one question.
You have
You
to
never
go-
get back up.
I have to go over these and then
I gathered the chickens. This one should be easy. Everybody's gonna get this. Bing, bing.
I cook this all the time.
Gathered is the verb. So what are you gathering? You're gathering the chickens. So the chickens are the direct objects.
You're like, stop it, stop it, stop it.
I hope to buy some games. What is the subject? What is the verb? And then think about what is being done. Okay, so the verb is buying. What are you going to buy? You're going to buy what? Games. So games is the direct object. It's receiving the action. I am not receiving the action. I'm not buying myself. So I'm not buying hope. I'm buying games.
Yeah, you can't be able to buy home.
I mean, that would be nice, I guess. I don't know. When my teacher talks, I should pay attention. This one's more difficult. It's not really, but think about that first clause. I'll just tell you, that first part is a clause, okay? It's not part of the actual sentence that we're going to be, if we're breaking it down grammatically, okay? So I should pay what? I should pay my teacher. Well, I wish, but I should pay attention,
So she goes, well, I would.
right? Okay, he gives good directions. Okay, directions. It cannot be good because he does not give good. He gives directions. Austin's on a streak.
So I gotta stop watching news. It's like no area code for Tennessee.
My grandpa was raised in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Woosall.
Wausau. We're from the South.
Oh, I misclicked.
So what's happening in the sentence, or what has happened? My grandpa was raised.
And I know that.
Okay, so he was raised in
Never mind.
Wisconsin.
Because that misclick did hit the right thing. I thought I hit red for a second.
Okay, last one. Oh, this was difficult. This was very difficult. Not really. The movie was enjoyed by everyone. Okay, it's everyone. Okay, so I think that definitely shows us that it was good that we reviewed this so that we understood what direct objects are in English before moving on. And who is number one? KT.
I didn't have time to look you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me look at our Spanish work and get rid of this music. Leave. Okay. So we didn't get quite as far as I was hoping to today in Spanish, but that's okay because we really needed to understand what direct objects are in English before we start talking about how to use them in Spanish. So what I'm going to do, so it looks like what we're going to do is change up our lesson plan a little bit since we're a tad bit behind. So all you need to do over the weekend is your ed puzzles that are assigned. You don't need to do page 33 and 34 because we haven't gotten that far, okay? But hold on, we're not leaving quite yet. Let's take about 5 minutes, and I want us to look at a few sentences in Spanish. I'm gonna type them out and I'll switch my view. Okay. So when we have, sorry, I should actually get like a setup. All right. When we have a Spanish sentence where a person is the direct object, we're going to put the word a in front of that person, okay? I don't know if you remember that rule. Probably not, which is fine. It's totally fine. That's why we're going to go over it. So, for example, if I wanted to say, who remembers how I would say we see? Anybody? Great. It's vemos. Okay, so vemos means we see. And if I wanted to say we see TJ, I would not just say, okay, in English, I just say we see TJ. Okay, and if we were thinking, oh, I'm going to just directly translate that into Spanish, then it's going to be vemos TJ. That is not correct. Since TJ is the direct object, we're going to put an a in front of TJ. Okay, vemos a TJ. If I'm going to say I help my parents. If I tell you that, let me give you some vocab. Ayudo is I help. And mis padres means my parents. how would you put that together in a Spanish sentence? Okay, you would not just say, ayudo mis padres. You have to put that a in front of mis padres, okay? Because mis padres is the direct object. And if it's people or a person, in Spanish, you put an a in front of it. So let me say that again. If your direct object is a person or people, in Spanish, you have to put an a in front of it. Don't know why? It's a rule they have. It's just a thing, okay? So let's go down here and I use the computer. What is the direct object in this sentence? In English, computer, right? I use the computer. So how would I say this in Spanish? Does anybody remember how to say I use in Spanish? Uso. And I'm just trying to, we don't even need the yo. We could just say uso. Who remembers what computer is in Spanish? TJ.
Computador.
Great. Okay. Uso la computadora, right? It's not a person, so I don't have to put a in front of it. That is all I'm translating it with. Okay. What about if, no, never mind. I'm not going to go there yet. What about, Miss Morales helps Teresa. What is the direct object in that? Who is being helped? Teresa. Okay, if I wanted to translate this into Spanish, I'm going to say Señora Morales ayuda, right? Because that's helps. And I have to, what is the direct object again? It's Teresa. Is Teresa a person? Yes, so I'm going to put an a in front of Teresa, right? Señora Morales ayuda a Teresa. That makes sense? That makes sense? Yes? Great. Okay, great. Paca reads let's do books. Paca reads books. Okay. What is the direct object? What is Paca reading? Not everybody at once. What is Paca reading? Books. Thank you. Okay, in Spanish, Paca lee. You remember? Lee libros. Do I have to put a in front of libros? No, because books are not a people. Not a people. Okay. Let's go back and look in these sentences, the English sentences, and what would we replace if we wanted to choose one of these direct object pronouns? What would I replace TJ with? Would it be him, her, it, or them? Or us? Come on, guys, that's not that hard. What would we replace TJ with? Would we replace it with her? No. Would we replace it with it? No. What would we replace him with? Him. We see him. Okay, what about parents? Would I replace parents with what? Them. Beautiful. Okay, what about, I use the computer. I use what? It. Oh, so good. You guys are great. Miss Morales helps who? Her. And Paco reads them. Yeah, you knew that. You meant that. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of my, because I wouldn't say I help my them. Now, in Spanish, we have specific words for him, them, it, if it's a direct object, and her, okay? So far we know, let's talk about the subject pronouns that we know in Spanish. We know él means what? He, great. Ella means she, okay? Él can also mean it. We have nosotros, that means we. And they is ellos, right? Do y'all remember those? Okay. So we have to learn new pronouns for, or new translations for him, her, it, if it's a direct object, and them. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing on Tuesday, and some of your ed puzzles are going to talk about that. So we're going to be learning direct object pronouns, which are pronouns that replace your direct object. Is that so exciting or what? Love it. Okay. Say bye. Bye, you.